It is time now for Ask Alexis, where business reporter Alexis Christoforous answers your financial questions right here on the air. Hi, Alexis.
Let's start off with our first question. All right, Damien asks, what makes more sense, leasing a car or buying one? My wife likes leasing because she always feels like she's driving a new car, but I don't know if it's the best financial decision for our family. I get this question a lot. And one of the big perks, of course, of leasing is you get to drive a new car every 2 to 3 years and enjoy the latest safety and tech features. But if you drive more than 12,000 miles a year, buying is probably your better option. That's because leases usually have annual mileage restrictions of between 10 and 12,000 miles. So if you go over that, you'll have to pay more. With a leased car, there is no hassle, of course, of trying to sell it or trade it in, but damage and general wear and tear on your vehicle can be more costly and stressful if you lease because of the hefty fees associated with maintenance and repairs. Insurance requirements for a leased car are generally greater, so it can cost more to insure a leased vehicle. And your monthly payments are typically lower with a leased car because you're only paying for the depreciation of the vehicle during the term of the lease. But the problem is you never build equity in the car. So always leasing can get you into an endless cycle of payments. Bottom line, experts generally agree that buying a car is a better financial decision for the long term. Now, one of our producers right here at ABC News, Nadine, wants to know if that answer changes if it's an electric car. She says she has been leasing EVs for the past decade now. All right, Nadine, the federal tax credit does not apply if you lease an electric vehicle. I'm sorry. Instead, that money will go to the leaser or the dealership. But this can still lower your monthly payment if the dealer chooses to factor that tax credit into your lease agreement. So you should mention it when you're negotiating your lease rate. Certain states have incentives that apply regardless of whether you are leasing or buying, so it definitely pays to ask. We're going to switch it up here with our next question. Wilmar from Chicago wants to know, how much would you say is a good allowance for a 14-year-old boy? I feel like every time I transfer $25 to his debit card, it disappears right away. Wilmar, you are not alone. A good rule of thumb is to give your kid $1 a week for each year of their age. So in the case of Wilmar's 14-year-old son, he would get $14 a week in allowance. Of course, this can fluctuate based on your family's budget and what chores your child is doing for that allowance, but it is a good benchmark. Now, as far as keeping tabs on their spending, find a debit card like Greenlight or Chase First that lets you monitor what your child is buying and where. So keep those questions coming. We love them. Back to you.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, thanks for that. And if you want to ask Alexis any personal finance questions, leave a message on our Instagram feed, and she just might answer your question live.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.